listening to 40 Weeks, a production of the Pregnancy Podcast with Vanessa Merton. Visit pregnancypodcast.com/week for all of the 40 Weeks resources and sign up with your due date to get each episode delivered to your inbox when you start a new week of your pregnancy. Thank you for tuning in to the 40 Weeks podcast. Welcome to week 6. You have 34 weeks to go. You can see a picture of what your baby looks like this week, read the transcript, and access the additional resources for week 6 at pregnancypodcast.com/week 6. Your little apple seed sized baby has grown to be about the size of a pea. Until week 14, your baby's length is measured from crown to rump. So they're about 0.2 inches or 0.5 centimeters. Their cute nose, mouth, and ears are beginning to take shape. If you could see your baby right now, you'd see a big head with dark spots where their eyes and nostrils are starting to form. Small depressions on the sides of their head are going to mark where their ears are going, and their arms and legs start out as tiny protruding buds. Folds of tissue on the top of their head will develop into their jaw, cheek, and chin. And their kidneys, liver, and lungs are also taking shape this week. Your baby's little heart is now beating 80 times a minute, and it's getting faster every day. You might feel like you're running to the bathroom every 5 minutes. Frequent urination is one of the most common pregnancy symptoms early on. The pregnancy hormone HCG, the one that caused your pregnancy test to be positive, doubles every 48 hours in early pregnancy. And the increase in that hormone is causing an increase in blood flow to your pelvic area. That can be good for things like increased sexual pleasure, but not so good when you're running to the bathroom every 5 minutes. Your kidneys are also more efficient at ridding your body of waste, and as your uterus grows more and more, it's going to start to push down on your bladder. So all of this is going to add up to more frequent trips to the bathroom. A buzzword that you will continually hear throughout your pregnancy is hormones. And you may be on a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, but remember that the wide range of emotions that you're feeling is normal, and those are the result of fluctuating hormones. Morning sickness may be in full swing this week. This affects 70 to 80% of expecting mothers. And if you do not have morning sickness, count yourself as one of the lucky ones. This is an excellent time to evaluate your diet. Your goal should be to eat mostly healthy whole foods. There are some episodes of the Pregnancy Podcast that look at the evidence on specific aspects of diet like fish, meat, sugar, natural and artificial sweeteners, plant-based diets, and even eating organic foods. It's also critical to make sure that you're drinking adequate water and that you're staying hydrated. If you have an early appointment and you get an ultrasound at 6 or 7 weeks and a heartbeat is not detected, please do not panic. It can be more difficult to pick up a heartbeat if you have a tipped uterus, a larger abdomen, or if you have inaccurate dating with your last period. This is one of the reasons that care providers generally don't have you in for your first prenatal appointment until week 8. If you need an excuse to get outside and enjoy some sun, a review found that exposure to UV radiation in the first 3 months of pregnancy had beneficial effects on fetal growth and blood pressure during pregnancy. A tip for dads and partners: your significant other may have morning sickness, and this rarely happens just in the morning. They can be nauseous at any time or even all day. This can start as early as 3 weeks after conception, and it usually eases up or dissipates in the second trimester. Find out what helps them cope and have some sympathy, because morning sickness can be very challenging. Thank you for tuning in to the 40 Weeks podcast. You can see the full transcript and all of the resources for this episode at pregnancypodcast.com/week 6. Next week, your baby starts generating brain cells. Until then, I wish you the very best in your pregnancy journey.